Today, I want to dive into something that's got the horror community buzzing, and that is Cronos: The New Dawn. Bloober team just dropped the release date, a brand new gameplay trailer, and a few surprise announcements that caught more than a few of us off guard. This is Bloober's next big swing, a sci-fi horror title that looks like it's part Dead Space, part Control, part Silent Hill, a bunch of different games, and part psychological meltdown. It's dark, weird, and completely drenched in dread. And honestly, I'm here for it with a little bit of cautious optimism, but I cannot wait for this to come out. And now, if you have been paying attention, you'll know that Bloober team hasn't always had the smoothest ride, but lately they've been climbing. Their recent remake of Silent Hill 2 was a major step forward, a serious showcase of what they're capable of when they get the tone and polish just right. So now with Cronos, it feels like they're ready to go even bigger, with a totally original IP, a terrifying new world, and gameplay that looks fast, freaky, and full of surprises. So in today's video, we're going to break down everything we know so far, so sit back and let's dive in. All right, so first off, let's talk about the news that just dropped this week. Cronos: The New Dawn is officially releasing on September 5th of this year. Yes, that's earlier than the fall window they initially hinted at, which is honestly a pretty rare move in today's gaming world. So let's be real here. I mean, most games do get delayed, they get pushed back. So the fact that we're getting this game early fall, I would have thought it would have been like October, November. So it's really cool that it's coming out, honestly, really soon. But now, if you're anything like me, you've probably been side-eyeing this game ever since it was first revealed during the Xbox Partner Preview back in October of 2024. And like I mentioned in the intro, it's for good reason. Bloober hasn't always had the best track record. I mean, we're talking about the same studio that gave us Basement Crawl in 2014, which, if you remember, was one of the lowest rated PlayStation 4 exclusives. But since then, they have come a long way. We have Layers of Fear that showed a ton of potential. The Medium had ambition, and also, as mentioned, the Silent Hill 2 remake, which to me was the turning point for them. That game actually proved that Bloober could handle a beloved franchise, deliver polished visuals, and nail the unsettling atmosphere that makes psychological horror tick. So now we have Cronos: The New Dawn, and you can just tell from the reveal that Bloober is swinging big here. Now, the release is happening across all platforms: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. That's not really the big surprise. What did catch people off guard is that it is launching on the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. That means more players, more platforms, more reach, and of course, likely a lot more scrutiny. But it is smart. A horror game that taps into sci-fi and cosmic terror could really stand out on a platform like the Switch 2, especially if it retains a good chunk of the graphical fidelity. Now, as for the actual editions, we have the standard edition for $60 and then the deluxe edition for $70, which is supposedly including early access. That's reportedly around 48 hours earlier on September 3rd, but it hasn't been 100% confirmed yet as I'm making this video. And if you're a physical collector, you'll be happy to hear there is also a PS5 physical edition being published through Skybound Games, which throws in some neat bonuses, which is like a unique traveler skin, extra in-game supplies, and a collectible sticker set, because why not? And what's not confirmed yet is whether the Switch 2 version will have a physical edition. And more importantly, it looks like the deluxe edition won't be available on the Switch 2 at all. So if you're looking to dive in early or get that sweet skin and bonus gear, you'll need to grab it on another platform. But okay, so now let's dig into the actual world of Cronos: The New Dawn. And man, this is where things get really exciting. So the game is set in an alternate future, a dark, apocalyptic landscape where society has collapsed and travelers are sent across time in a desperate attempt to prevent some kind of global annihilation. You're literally moving between the past and future to save humanity. It's a high-concept premise, and I gotta say, it's refreshing to see Bloober stepping away from the strictly grounded psychological horror vibe they've been known for. This time, they're going sci-fi, and it looks like they're embracing the weirdness full throttle. According to the trailer and early details, you'll be exploring wastelands filled with mutated creatures, unraveling mysteries left behind in the ruins of civilization, and using time manipulation to alter fate itself. It's got those cosmic horror undertones too, the kind of fear that comes not just from monsters, but from the idea that humanity has tempered with forces it can't understand. So think Dead Space meets Control meets Annihilation, all filtered through Bloober's eerie, cerebral lens. And for the juicy stuff, let's talk about the gameplay, and there is a lot to unpack here from the trailer. First off is the combat. Players are equipped with a range of weapons. Your typical horror staples like pistols, shotguns, and even more sci-fi stuff like pulse guns and a fire launcher. From what we've seen, weapon swapping is instant, which is huge for pacing in a horror game. That kind of responsiveness can make or break a fight when you're being swarmed by twisted creatures. But here's the kicker. Traversal is just as unique as the combat. Your character wears a spacesuit that lets you move through zero-gravity zones, shifting between platforms mid-air. Combine that with the device that allows you to literally reshape the environment around you, and now we've got something more than just a spooky corridor simulator. There's actual player agency. And now here's where it gets real nasty, which is the enemies. These aren't your typical shambling zombies or oversized bugs. No, these are mutant amalgamations, humanoids with dozens of slimy tendrils that can pull in other corpses nearby and merge into one giant creature. So the monsters can literally evolve if you don't kill them fast enough. And in the trailer, it even includes a chilling warning, don't let them merge, which it's not just creepy, that is a gameplay mechanic. You literally have to take out enemies quickly before they form into something much worse. And it's gross, it's terrifying, and it's exactly what you want from a survival horror experience. But okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, because obviously Cronos is clearly drawing from some major horror heavyweights. The most obvious comparison is Dead Space. The over-the-shoulder perspective, grotesque enemy design, and even the zero-G traversal all scream inspired by Isaac Clarke's Nightmare. And I mean that in the best way possible. Then, there's the psychological vibe and monster transformations. Definitely some Silent Hill DNA there, especially coming from Bloober, who just got done rebuilding Silent Hill 2 from the ground up. And then we've got the gunplay and combat loop, which has a little Resident Evil 4 remake in it, fast tactical with weapon switching that rewards smart play. But even with all those influences, Cronos still looks like it's carving out its own space. The time travel mechanic, the merging enemies, the platform manipulation, those are original twists that could help it avoid being just another Dead Space clone. Now that said, originality only works if the execution is there. Bloober's riding high after Silent Hill 2, but fans are going to expect polish. This can't feel like a mid-tier title, not with the hype that is around it. And now here's where I want to pause and just reflect a little bit here, because Cronos isn't just a game, it is a moment for the Bloober team. If they can deliver on this, they'll finally have the industry respect they've been chasing for over a decade. Think about it, a studio that went from Basement Crawl to Silent Hill 2 remake, and now this ambitious cross-platform, narrative-rich horror experience with AAA production value. That, my friends, is a redemption arc. And of course, none of this is guaranteed. The horror space is crowded, expectations are sky high. I mean, we have the Hellraiser game, we have the Friday the 13th game, so any technical issues at launch could unravel a lot of goodwill. But if they do stick the landing, they could cement themselves as the go-to horror studio in the industry. So what now? Well, pre-orders for Cronos: The New Dawn are already live across all the platforms on digital storefronts. If you're someone who likes to jump in early and get those pre-order perks, now's the time to do it. So yeah, Cronos: The New Dawn, it's ambitious, it's creepy, it's coming sooner than expected, and most importantly, it feels like Bloober team is finally coming into their own. So in the comments down below, let me know if you guys are excited for Cronos: The New Dawn. What did you think of the gameplay that we've seen so far? Will you be pre-ordering it? Will you be waiting for the game to go on sale? Let me know down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button if you're new, as I will continue to be making more gaming news videos just like this one. Until next time.